is this, yeah. Leia's funeral, yeah. Wasted no time getting Otto back. Wow, he did that to, like, not lighten the mood, that's not what I'm trying to say, but he did that to tell him, alright, enough. Like, we get it. See, Allison, you look good in black. Join the black team. How many were down there? Like 4 or 5? Oh, that must be Aegon's dragon, the one that was just flying. It had like a golden tint to it, Sunfire. I just want to see all the dragons, to be honest with you. I like that, her walking into focus. That was nice. What? Why does your face look like that? Why was Allison looking at her like that? That face was so unnecessary. Can you go do something? All you do is stare at her.
We have nothing in common.
She's our sister.
You marry her then.
I would perform my duty.
She's an idiot.
She's your future queen.
We actually do have one thing in common. We both fancy creatures with very long legs.
This guy.
Wench!
Wench. You just got another cup. What are you talking about?
Lionel Strong's son's been staring at you since the moment we arrived, Your Grace.
He's trying to see if you're gonna snitch on him or not.
It is only a look of pride, Sir Kristen. Laris is the new Lord of Harrenhal.
Yep. What'd I tell you? I knew she wasn't gonna say anything. Saying how she wouldn't have willful blindness. You know that man just murdered his his father and his brother, and you're not gonna say a word because your dad is the Hand again.
Both my seat and High Tide will be yours one day, Viserys. Your brother will be king, of course.
Sorry. I don't want it.
I don't want it. Say something. Oh no. So close. So close. All I had to do was say something. I wonder why we didn't get that many scenes of him and his sister. Because in the last episode, she was talking about how she missed her brother, and he's standing in the water just like he really misses his sister. But we didn't really get that character growth between them.
Retrieve your patron. Brother.
It's so weird. It's like no one really has secrets. Like everyone knows. Everyone knows everybody's secret. But no one says anything. Why is everyone moving through the crowd just staring at each other? Like, I feel like there's supposed to be like a fight or something breaking out here.
No matter how fat the leech grows, it always wants for another meal.
Yeah. He's like, your daughter's queen, your grandson is a Targaryen, and yet your back is Hand. Trying to do your own thing. Go to bed. It's like the middle of the day. The sun is just behind the castle. It's not like it's set or anything.
I'm going to bed, Emma. Shall I see after Queen Alicent, Your Grace? No, Sir Harold.
Yeah, he's getting older. That was Rhaenyra's mom's name that he called her just now. Did you just kick him? Honestly, here's the thing, right? I'm not happy that Otto's back, but if he can teach Aegon some self-respect and how to treat people, I might be okay with him being back. Because Alicent has done a terrible job raising that boy. He's almost another Joffrey. Aemon did alright though. He seems like he has a good head on his shoulder. Why the way he was defending his sister Helena Talking about like, dude, that's your wife. You guys are betrothed. Stop talking about her like that. Like he at least has manners, basically. Or Aegon has none.
We did try to conceive a child. We performed our duty as best we could. There was no joy in it.
In the books, it said that Rhaenyra would sometimes join in with Laenor and whoever he had that night to try and get impregnated that way.
Harren's curse is said to be as strong now as it was after the conquest.
It's a ghost story. One Sir Otto and the Queen would gladly exploit.
I do
Daemon
not
knows
believe
what time it
Alicent's
is.
capable of cold murder.
Daemon said, nah. He said the strong to die and Otto's back in town? No, that's not a coincidence. Which he's right. That's why you need him around.
Did you love her?
We were happy enough.
On the beach? Go get sand everywhere.
I'm no longer a child.
How old is Daemon? It's been 10 years. He's an age today. On the bright side, whenever they do have a child, there will be no question about whose child it is. Each shot, it just gets darker and darker. Dude, that would suck. Why would you want to sleep right there? Get sand all in your mouth and in your nose. No, don't back up now. You're already there. Man, he almost died. He's very calm though. So he's running on pure adrenaline right now. And the Vagar's like, I was sleeping. I really don't feel like flying right now. It's like that scene in Avatar when Neytiri's telling Jake, you must go. You must seal the bond. Oh, Aemond? You're officially a dragon. Jeez, if you could hold on. What are you doing? Yeah, but Vhagar has a lot of power though, so yeah. That'd be so fun. Charge, Jack! Are you about to hit something? Why'd you pull up so hard? Or are you just now finally, like, kind of getting an understanding of the controls? Your dragon controls?
Wake up. Wake up. Someone stole Vhagar.
Where's Daemon? Oh, okay. I say you just left her on the beach?
Who is it?
If I was Daemon watching Vhagar take off, I would have called Caraxes so quickly. Like, you have no idea. I wonder what's the range for them. Are they just, I guess they have to go find their dragon to mount it? They can't, like, call their dragon to them if they yell loud enough.
It's him.
It's me.
Vhagar is my mother's dragon.
Your mother's dead. And Vhagar has a new rider now.
She was mine
Wow.
to claim.
Then you should have claimed her.
Dang! Alright.
Come at me again and I'll feed you to my dragon.
Oh, big man now. I'll feed you to my dragon. An hour ago, you didn't have a dragon. I was gonna say, Jace, you're like the same size as him. Not Jace, Luke. I don't know which one's the older one, if it's Jace or the Viserys. Oh, not the rock. Put the rock down.
You will die screaming in flames just as your father did. Bastard.
Oh, we got knives now. Alright, Jace is the older one, and Lucerys is the younger one. Where are the adults? Yep. Helena said last episode, said he'll have to close an eye. Consider it closed. Permanently.
gods be good.
He'll be fine.
Kingsguard have never had to defend princes from princes.
That is no answer!
Yeah, shut up, Kristen.
Where were you?
Me?
Ow! What was that for? It was nothing compared to the abuse your brother suffered while you were drowning in your cups, you fool.
Okay. Luke!
It would be a little awkward, but luckily Corlys and Rhaena came in the same time. Because if Daemon and Rhaenyra came in like that, they'd have eyes on them like, where were you guys at?
Vile insults were levied against them.
What insults?
Why are you behind the chair, Otto?
What?
Called us bastards.
My sons are in...
You're missing an eye and you're sitting there smiling.
Over an insult. My son has lost an eye.
He should have lost his head, technically.
Where did you hear this lie?
The insult was training yard bluster. The lot of boys, it was nothing.
Aemond, I asked you a question.
Where is Sir Laenor? I wonder the boy's father, entertaining his young squires. No adventure.
Kristen and Alicent are quickly becoming the most annoying people in this show.
Lies to you.
Nah, say it. Say it was your mom. You're looking right at her. Nah, don't. You see her face? The panic on her face?
It was Aegon.
Oh, wow. Let's throw Aegon under the bus.
We know, Father. Everyone knows.
That was a good answer.
I shall have one of her son's eyes in return.
Oh, not a blood debt.
My dear wife.
He is your son, Viserys. If the king will not seek justice, the queen will.
Oh,
Sir
yeah?
Kristen, bring me the eye of Lucerys Velaryon.
Wow.
Stay your hand.
No, you were sworn to me!
This...
As your protector.
She's lost it. At least he has good enough sense to not do that. With Kristen, I was like, he might go do it. Or try and do it. Oh.
Alicent, stay with the king! Hold your ground!
Why are you screaming? Your mother's there. Yeah, Kristen, you're gonna go stop Daemon? What?
What have I done but what was expected of me? Forever upholding the kingdom, the family, the law. Will you flout it all to do as you please?
Alicent, let her go!
Yeah.
Exhausting, wasn't it? Hiding beneath the cloak of your own righteousness. But now they see you as you are.
Yeah, that was a really good scene right there. All the years that Alicent spent holding her tongue, like listening to her father, betting the king, all of it just she finally cracked. She finally cracked after all those years. And Rhaenyra's line, yeah. Exhausting, wasn't it? What did she say? Hiding under your cloak of righteousness? Yeah. That was a really good scene. I like that scene a lot.
Do not mourn me, mother. It was a fair exchange. I may have lost an eye, but I gained a dragon.
Oh wow, they kept that. That's cool. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, you got the largest dragon in the world. No, that's cool. I like what they just did right there. If you play close enough attention, the line has just been drawn yet again.
Say your piece.
Now what piece is that?
I have conducted myself in a manner unbefitting my station.
She's still picking at her fingers. You should have broken the habit a long time ago.
I've never seen that side of you, my daughter.
He's low-key proud.
I even doubted its existence.
It was an ugly thing, I regret it.
We play an ugly game.
Where have you been?
Is everyone all right?
Broken nose is the worst.
Everyone's bleeding.
Leave us.
Is everyone all right? Your entire your whole family's just in the room bleeding. Your wife's getting stitched up.
I have fought dreadful enemies, But I could not defend my dear sister, far from home and in agony. I could not defend you.
Yeah, I wish we would have gotten more of that relationship building with him and his sister. Because now it's all of a sudden like, oh yeah, we were super, super close. But we as the audience never got to see any of that.
I had hoped to bear your children. A few times we lay together. Things might have been different.
Oh yeah, none of this would be happening if you had his children.
I'm so sorry. Viserys.
We'll speak no more of it.
Don't. You cut a gash in my daughter, and I don't want to talk about it, so you get upset. Okay.
The day will doubtless come when I require such a friend. With not only skill, but discretion as well.
Yeah, she's all in now.
I shall await your call, my queen.
Yeah, Allison has officially entered the Game of Thrones. She's like, okay, this is how it's gonna be. The grains.
Ilvur anogri ilo letago. Hai I got errenisi humendima hydroma.
We could not marry unless Leonor were dead.
I know.
Damon's like, wait, what are you saying?
What are you asking of me, my lord?
A quick death. One with witnesses.
Gonna have Carl kill him? Oh, that would suck.
A tyrant rules only through terror.
Yeah. All right.
I do love Lenu.
Then grant him this kindness. Set him free.
You forget yourself.
He's like, oh, we're fighting for real. That was the same move he did on you at King's Landing. How do you fall for that? You literally practiced with that move.
This will cost Lord Corlys and Princess Rhaenys their only remaining child.
You threw him in the fire.
And the realm will whisper that I was somehow responsible.
Let him whisper.
Yeah, losing both your children on the same weekend.
Happened in my fucking home! Tell me!
But Damon just said, you gotta be feared. Gotta be feared so they wouldn't dare step out of line. I see that they're joining their blood, but they're already of the same blood, so it's a bit redundant. Are they still on Driftmark, or did they go back to Dragonstone to get married? I'm sure they went back to Dragonstone, because getting married on Driftmark, and after the parents of Laenor and Laena are both grieving, that would be messed up. Kissing with a cut lip, it's not fun. Don't recommend it. No way. Wait a second. Oh wow, that's awesome. I love that. Okay. That's really good. I like that a lot. So are they going to the Stepstones to fight, or are they going to, or Damon was talking about, just with a whole bunch of gold? That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. Alright, so that's it for this episode. I love the ending. That was a great ending. Just because in the book, it kind of happened the same way. It was said that Laenor had a lover's quarrel. I forgot where they said it was at. It wasn't at Driftmark or at King's Landing. It was like somewhere else across the sea. But it was said that one of Laenor's lovers actually killed him in like a lover's quarrel, like a spat. Like Laenor was done with his one person and was trying to move on to the next. You know, like how Rhaenyra was saying, like you've had plenty of people, like plenty of men come and go as you've pleased. And so that's how he died in the books. But I like this ending a lot more. You know, like them just adding to the book and, you know, not really taking away anything. But as we saw with the whole at the here in Driftmark, we keep getting like, you know, these images, like these references of the greens and the blacks and who's going to be on what side. So you saw Kristen Cole and Alicent, and you know, obviously her children on one side of the hall in Driftmark, and then on the other side you see Rhaenyra and Daemon and the Valerians. So yeah, it's really awesome getting to see that, and I love that scene with Rhaenyra and Alicent. When they're fighting directly in front of the fireplace, and you just see the blade, the Valyrian steel blade, and the flames behind them, and Rhaenyra is saying to her, "Yeah, like you finally dropped your cloak of righteousness." Like, she's saying, "How does it feel for them to see you as you really are?" Which I understand, Alicent. I really do, because you know, from a young age, her father was manipulating her to, you know, have the king fall for her, and then from a young age as well, he was like, you know, your friend is gonna kill your children because she shouldn't be queen, like because it should be go to the oldest male of the king. And so I understand, like Allison's like, I've done everything right. I did what my father told me to do. I did my duties as a queen. You know, I bared children to the king. I've done this, I've done that. Like I played by the rules, and just to sit there and watch Rhaenyra do whatever she want and have no consequences, I completely understand why you'd be frustrated and upset about that. Like there's don't get me wrong, like I completely understand where Alicent is coming from, but at the same time it's like you had you inadvertently had the hand and his son killed, and you know you're raising, well, Aemond was all right until he, you know, stole Vagar, and he was just like being. I'm not gonna say what he was being, but he's like, "Oh, your mother's dead. Vagar is mine now. You should have claimed the dragon." Like, you know, just like being a little a-hole basically. And you know, Aegon, I'm still upset about him. I'm still upset about him, like doing one out the window, you know, and he's like a little drunk. Like he's not even like 15, 16 yet, and he's already a drunk. So how is Alicent gonna be like this righteous person, you know, trying to follow the rules, but her children are terrible. Like, you know, like that's what upsets me the most. Like if her children were like upstanding citizens, I'd probably lean more Rhaenyra's side, but they're not. Like I mean more Alicent's side. But Rhaenyra's children are actually like respectable. Like, well, we haven't seen them do anything crazy, but you know, they're just kids. They're boys, and they haven't done anything nearly as crazy as Aegon, or been nearly as disrespectful as Aemond. So that's why I'm so, you know, leaning Rhaenyra. And yeah, but what they're doing with the show, like converting it from the book, is they're doing a really good job of it so far, and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, this was an awesome episode. Rhaenyra and Daemon are now married, and they're back at Dragonstone. So we'll see how much longer. We'll see how much longer the king is gonna live for, Viserys. And that's another thing too. Like he's losing his hair. He lost an arm. Like I don't really understand them having to wait for the king to die in order to pass on. Like if they were able to go ahead and pass on the succession to Rhaenyra now, like while he was like a super old king and, you know, can barely do anything, like none of this would have happened either, you know, in the first place. But yeah, just if Laenor was able to get Rhaenyra pregnant, like none of this would be happening right now. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.